Welcome to English and German Diction for Singers. I'm Amanda Johnson. Today we are discussing the long epsilon, otherwise known as the extended epsilon. The name for this symbol for me is a bit of a misnomer. In fact, I wish it had a different name because it suggests that the sound is merely a longer epsilon or open E. And that's not the case. This sound, in fact, refers to a phoneme that is in between closed E and open E, or epsilon. So with closed E, we recognize as E, which is 90% arch of your tongue. E, and open E, or epsilon, is E. The long epsilon is E. It is halfway in between. E, E. So how do we get this sound? We imagine that our tongue moves very little, depresses very little once coming from the closed E position. I find this sound easier to get from too closed than from too open. Because if you start open, it's easy to overshoot. So let's do 4 vowels in a row and see how you do. With each vowel, the tongue is going to depress by increments. It's going to fall, sometimes 10%, sometimes less, in order to get these concrete vowels. We will start with closed I and work our way down. So 100% is going to give us E. 90 will give us E. So let's do those two back to back again. Remember, only a 10% difference between these sounds. E, E, E. All of a sudden, feels like sweet relief. Now we'll go in the reverse direction. E, E. So for some people, the extended epsilon is really what you thought you were doing when you were attempting a closed E, and it wasn't quite closed enough. We have this vowel naturally. In fact, it is very close to the first vowel in a word like day. Even though we write that with a closed E at the beginning, it doesn't have the same level of focus as our German E. We don't say, have a good D, right? We say day, A, before it goes to that second vowel. And that is really quite close to the long epsilon. So let's practice a few words with this incredible sound. First of all, when do we have it? The long epsilon exists when we have a umlaut followed by an H or followed by a single consonant. So for example, the word spät. Too closed would be spät, too closed. Too open would be spät. We don't want that either. We don't want to just hold the epsilon longer. We want the sound to be in between. Spät. Gähnen. Tränen. That's it. You've got it. I can tell already. If you want to practice this sound further, please check out my other playlist entitled Exercises for more opportunities to master this sound.